After making all the necessary preparations amid the barren wastes of Cairnpaub, you and your companions await the commencement of the rites. It is quieter even than usual on the onset of such events. The lone minstrel appears bearing some sort of news.
Tesunum tave.
I have checked, and it appears as though the Tempers have not yet arrived.
Tasenta Kalas.
There is no sign of Ignarius or anyone. Their sigil is not set either. If what he says is true, and your adversaries are not present, then you presume the rite cannot commence. However, the stars themselves soon indicate you are mistaken.
Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books. Aflame because of you. Because of your outlandish plan. Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means, keep trying. As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
The race is set to commence, but your adversaries, they've failed to show. Unfortunate, but understandable. They knew they would never make it to another liberation rite. I cannot blame them for not wanting to participate just for the sake of it. Indeed, as the rites are drawing to a close, some of the triumvirates whom you have met, perhaps they are becoming to decide the stars are not worth heeding any longer. Ignarius, you wonder whether he would give up on the rites like that. He did seem rather disaffected, having failed in the liberation rite before. Perhaps he did finally decide to quit for good. In any case, we've begun the ceremony here, so I ask that we end it.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
This is weird.
Tizo. Volfred.
There's gonna be some sort of twist
Bertrude.
here.
Predictably decided to...
We take no pleasure in snuffing out a flame disowned.
Lo, even your adversaries have abandoned you.
How sad. There's nothing here.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail by default. Not that their adversaries even care. Boundless are the teachings of the scribes. Until the next rite. If there even is to be another one.
This is pretty hilarious. And depressing at the same time. No one speaks further of the Templars back at the Black Wagon. Everyone is instead preoccupied with the rite that is to come. Thus does the final chance at liberty present itself at last, then. The stars always shine with truth. The ending of the cycle of rites is now upon us. He looks over to you. Please look forth, reader, madame, and see this for yourself. You may as well surmise where we are going next. The others turn to you as well. As you turn the wagon's door, you know that what you shall see out there. However, the time has come to face it. The dim and fading light of the final star still pierces through the darkness, demanding your attention, guiding you toward the end point of your path. This is so depressing. All the stars are gone. Gee, look who it is. You are summoned to the Fall of Solium for your 7th and final liberation rite. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that if the rites shall ever commence again, it shall not be during your lifetime, or that any of your companions, even the longest lived ones. The stars revealed to you one more thing. The adversary whom you shall face shall be Orlek. Already has crossed Sky's Gate and awaits your arrival. The 8 scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness. Perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves. It is a shame that we should have to confront Orlek in the end. Our goals should never have been at cross purposes. I am surprised that this is what the scribes desire. For now, it may be best that you recover until dawn. Regain your strength as best you can for the coming trial. Rest well, reader. The group disperses and exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mount Alodil to make your final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. But who? Myr, the Horned One, formed the Tempers upon his own ideals. Ingrained in the Triumvirate are basic truths about dual roles of strength and gentleness. The Horned One, he has had a dualistic nature for as long as he, and I consider each a friend. The stories I'm told about Myr's youth describe no one I know. All of us are capable of more. I once was an imp that could not write. Myr was once a man that could not think. The Tempers once were ordinary folk. Now they rise to greatness, always striving, never overreaching. They are not like Myr himself, rather, they are what Myr wished he could be.
Yeah,
I was just curious if she had anything else to say. Perhaps not. Alright, let's finish this.
Foolish reader. Your so-called friends. You are accomplice to their hateful plot. They are exploiting you. You shall never have your freedom.
Well, that was kind of obvious from the get-go. By dawn, you're already up and about. After a troubled slumber, the Black Wagon is prepared for its final voyage to the Folosolium. No one speaks. As you lift in the skies, the lone minstrel raises his voice, cutting through the somber mood. Reader, a certain olden ballad comes to mind just now. I think it may benefit the circumstance. Perhaps it may help pass the time along our flight. Would you mind it very much if I were to play the song for the Nightwings? He urged the lone minstrel to play his ballad so that all among you might hear it. He begins without another word.
When the stars align, the rights shall come to bear.
Everything's on fire! My god.
The signs, the exiles shall be there. All are not the same, but three shall be as one. Freedom in flame, the end has just begun. Strength may break our own, but twisted
Flame Lake is on fire. Wait.
together on their own. The journey shall be made. The journey shall be made.
They touched down amid the old masonry of Mount Alodil to make pilgrimage to the summit for one last time. There, one last liberation rite shall soon commence. There, one last exile shall regain his or her freedom. All others shall remain to carry out their sentences here in the downside for the remainder of their lives. And the Commonwealth, the plan of which you are a part, shall either come to fruition or shall be suppressed. After having landed, you join Wolfred on an expedition to the monument of Yomer, Many Mane, for what is likely to be the final time. Hear me, O scribes, long have I served your will, and long have I pursued the path which you revealed to me. Our plan now stands on a precipice. If we fail this night, then we may yet achieve its goals. We would reform the Commonwealth under the auspices which you yourselves described within your book. As we shall stand together, so I ask that you please stand with us. By your divine grace, we may yet prevail, and please have mercy on Orlek as well. Soon he is finished. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Yomer Manymane has shown you favor. At dawn ye shall begin your last ascent. For now your vocations may occupy what little time you have to spare. Enter the tree. Certainly, I would appreciate your point of view. Wilfred gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate through dexterity alone. Dexterity. He nods in understanding. I was hoping you'd get to level 4. The most fascinating aspect of all this, one I endeavor to continue studying for a long time yet. Wow. I think it's worth it. Shrooms. Shrooms. Can't pick up my shrooms. There we go. Anything else, Sandra, before we go away? Okay. These guys are hard. I lost to them miserably last time. Messenger Imp somehow tracks you down in the quiet solitude of Mount Aladil and delivers to you recent news and rumors from the other side. Specifically, the Imp shares details regarding Pamatha and what became of her since she was liberated from the fall of Solium. She found herself back in the homeland of her enemies, where despite her connection to the High-Winged Remnants, her past transgressions were forgiven. In fact, she was asked to join the military council given her unique background, yet she refused to cooperate and instead demanded to be reunited with her sister Tamatha. But when they threatened her with resentencing to exile and insisted that she take the opportunity, Pamatha said she would think it over and return with a decision soon. Next she was seen, however, was among Volfred's sons and daughters of the Revolution, where it is said that she has attached her loyalty, at least for the time. You thank the Imp for bringing you this news, which soon gets your companions talking. We suspect the ancient enmity between the winged and the flightless shall not soon be resolved, if ever at all. I hold to hope that both the Thayan sisters one day shall soon join together as part of our good cause. The two of them can help lead us toward a brighter future. I wonder where her sister is right now. I'm sure she cares for Pamatha. I'm sure of it. In spite of some mixed feelings, the news of Pamatha's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with resolve. Stand before the Scribe's Gate with your companions. The Gate Guardian is there, as ever, but you sense something is different in there. The exiles of the Nightwings, we shall not meet again after the coming rain. Tariq and I, it shall be the last time we take our rest, I think. Greetings, Celeste. I would tell you that the Nightwings are prepared, though this time I am uncertain anyone amongst us feels thus. We have a duty to uphold, Tariq. And then what, Celeste? And then nothing. Not for the rights or us, not until the dawn of a new age. Now, Nightwings, step forward. Please state your names and what it is you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, your fellow exiles approach her, now with sureness in their step. May I speak first? My name is Shay, and I am here because the scribes, that is the path they have shown me and all of us. I like it when they call to me. Believes the ancestors are watching over Nightwings and seeks to live up to their legacy. My name is Volfred Saddlewood. I long as yet to see an age where freedom is one's birthright, and no longer are good people such as these forced to contend for it. We are called Big Bertrand. We seek to fulfill the plan of Sandalwood, for we are fond of him and his beliefs, and then to go about our business. Finally, you step forth once more, you, a crippled scholar who vowed to help her friends be free again, and who managed to come this far with this group. The Gate Guardian observes you for a moment, then motions past the archway toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Except for you, Tariq, you stay right there. I thought you said the rites are not ended, Tariq. He looks to her and then over to the rest of you. Pardon me, everyone. I shall be there when the stars align. The Gate Guardian and the Lone Minstrel remain together as the rest of you depart. Everything's on fire, yo. You've gained the summit of Mount Elodie for the 7th time, the final time in which any of you shall have a chance to leave the downside. Seeks you. Oh good. I'm glad to talk to Sandra again.
Hey, fine.
Hey guys. I guess you probably heard the big news, huh? Yeah, I'm going out of business here, I guess. Just hasn't been the same, you know, with all the stars fading out and stuff. Anyways, just wanted to say you guys are great, and I'm sure gonna miss having you guys as customers and all that. I got some good news though. All my stuff is on sale now, and I'll throw a little extra for you, okay? So enjoy. I'll be seeing you guys around, okay? Oh boy, 5%. Whew. I still think that's hilarious. I don't have the skill to pull that off though. That's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. You give him a deal. Talk to her in a sec. Oh, I could have. Oh, she doesn't have her regular amulet. What does she have right now? Because I might use her. Oh, yeah. Thank you for visiting on such short notice, reader. I understand you have important matters to attend to. Just let me be blunt, please. Listen for a moment, then. I know this whole affair is coming to an end, all of it. I sense the binds that formed the rites becoming weak. Which means soon you will not need me anymore. Not that you have needed me at any point, but still, my services will not be of any further use. I would love to tell you that this means I shall be free from my eternal prison. But for some of my beyonders, it shall be a release. My accomplices are bound by weaker words than those which have bound me. They shall fade away, I think, and finally rest. I, however, shall remain. She hesitates for a moment. Thus I have a proposition for you. I do not know where you shall go from here, but I ask that you take me there, wherever it shall be. By that I mean, take the stone prison of mine and keep it. Do not leave it, as all your predecessors have, each time their stay among the Nightwings reached an end. Soon the Beyonder crystal shall serve no use at all except to keep me trapped. I'm content to remain thus, for I have little choice, but I would prefer to do so in your company. For I do enjoy your company, reader. This may not be much of a compliment, but I assure you that I much prefer your company to an eternity of solitude. I have no wish to see you gain in years, and to eventually decay, while I remain unchanging. But I should rather have more years whilst having contact. Even though those years to be brief, they shall afford me many more in which I might think back upon our times. Nor do I expect you to accommodate my needs, for I am well aware I have my limits in accommodating yours. That is to say, I wish you to go forth after this night and live your life however you see fit, for your own sake. May all this rights business enrich your coming days somehow. And in considering that life after this night, if you think that there may be a place in it for me, however small, then once again I simply ask that you take me along. That way, should you ever wish to visit me again sometime, you could, and I would also like to have that option more than not. My request here is a selfish one, for there's little I can offer in exchange, other than what my companionship is worth. Perhaps I could lull you to sleep once in a while. Who knows, you could try to sell the Beyonder crystal for a reasonable sum somewhere, or something to that end. There must be someone out there with an interest in this thing. So then, you've heard my sad little proposition, what do you say? Sure. Grasp beyond her crystal and set it in the folds of your clothing. Sandra senses this and makes a sound as though surprised. Thank you, reader. She's at a loss for a moment then. Let us go then, from this place. And go and face your last remaining adversaries. May you crush them under heel and achieve the outcome which you seek. I believe you shall prevail. She disappears into the stone for now. You have gained the summit of Mount Alodil for the 7th time. Very few stars remain above to light your way as you await the commencement of the final liberation rite. The lone minstrel finds you clutching the Book of Rites, seeking there perhaps a bit of wisdom that has eluded you thus far. Reader, we may not have a chance to speak again after this. I may have to go. I wish to say that I'm grateful for having made your acquaintance, and I shall remember you with fondness. I wish you well this night and always. Go forth with glory. Then he looks up and extends his hand in friendship. You clasp it. You see Tizo has joined you. All of your companions are here with him, in fact? Okay, I think I've found the first typo in this. They're with him. Oh, hi, miss. The others, they said they want me to join them and come talk to you, so here I am. The scribes are watching us. It is strange for me to say, given the circumstances of our meeting, leader, but it has truly been a pleasure. Onward now, let us achieve our plan. Reading 1. Thou art both wiser and less irritating than most others of my kind. We learned something from thee, and we are grateful. Look upon your fellow exiles, your companions with whom you've withstood the downside, and with whom you shall now conduct this final raid. Begging your pardon, but my time has come. We shall see each other soon. He departs after this night. The outcome of Wolfred's plan, the plan of which you all have been a part, shall be decided, one way or another. For now, all you can do is strive to prevail against your final adversaries, so that one last companion may go free, and rise to join your fellow exiles as the last remaining stars ignite.